good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're actually watching me from, and how has been your day. I decided to actually show us something quickly this evening. Yeah, I have actually been working on this for a while, and I have had a lot of questions as regard how I created the pattern. I don't know, why is the surface looking so rough? Still looking that way. I don't know what's happening here. Okay, so I've had a lot of questions as regard this, and so I think I need to quickly show us what this is all about. My name is still Odurole Mojibola. I want to raise it up a bit so that we can see it. Please, if you are joining me, let me know where you are joining me from. I'm going to be showing us how this particular design is being created quickly this evening. That's what I'm going to be doing. I've been working on this for kids, and of course this is just the final stage. I have a video on this, that's why I will not be showing us. However, I'm going to be showing us how to literally do this, so please just follow me. I have a video on this, that's why I'm not doing it. Please note. Hey, I don't know why this thing is looking blurry. Like, it's not very clear. So this is the first step. I've done this before, but I'm going to be showing us how you can simply cut this kind of pattern. That's what I want to really do this evening. But I just need to show us what I was able to come up with this particular pointed toe design. So I'm just going to be showing us, you can see what I have right here. I'm just going to be showing us how I normally create this particular design. A lot of people have asked me how I do this. So I want to quickly explain that, this evening, we are in the evening here in Nigeria. Please don't forget to share this. Of course, all of this side, I'm going to take time to file them off. That's what I'm going to do. The most important thing is that this part is laying properly. That's the most important part of the design. So you can see what it looks like. So let's go right into today. I've done this before on my channel, so please, I am not going to be going over this. Please, I'm not going over this. If you want to see the video, you can just let me know in the comment section after this live session. Just let me know in the comment section, and what I'm going to just do is I'm going to show you the link to see how I actually do this. I just wanted us to see what we are working on today, so you can see what it looks like. This is just majorly for children, so I will of course scrape all of this. So now let's go to how do you create this. Whether you're creating for adults or you are creating for children, what are the things you should pay attention to? Let's quickly look into that. So the first, of course, as far as I'm concerned, I always say that the first thing you should always do is, first of all, get a cardboard. Like, get a cardboard and then cut something straight. Where is my pen? So you want to first of all try to quickly cut something straight. That's where you should start from. That's where you should start from. We are going to cut 2 straight strap. Now I need you to know that the width of your strap will be solely determined by how wide you want this thing to look like. Whether you're working for children or you're actually working for adults, it does not really matter. I hope you understand. It does not really matter. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just use this particular width. This is actually 3.3 centimeter. I'm just going to use this to create what I want to create, just for you to have an idea of how you can do this. I want you to know that if you have an open toe design, you can also use the open toe design to create what we are creating now. It's still going to outrightly be the same thing. I think I need my paper scissors. Same one. I know I've shown us how to create this before. Let me just do it again for the sake of those who may want to know. So let me use a bigger paper, like the one that is wider than what I have right here. So now I'm going to just cross it this way. It depends on how you want it to look like. I'm going to cross it this way. Please don't forget we are trying to see how to actually create, that particular covered front design. So you want to cross it. It depends on how wide you want it to be. Like I said earlier, if you want it to be this wide, probably it's an adult size and you want it to be very wide, you can make it as wide as this. But if not, you can just place it, just a little bit like this. Like I said, it may not be as wide as this. You can just use 2 centimeter or 3 centimeter. Now, from what we have here, I'm going to move my hand downward a bit because of the plans I have for that upper part. So cross it this way with respect to the final width you want it to have, especially if you are creating an open toe design. Now, this is the first step to creating an open toe design. Please just follow me. So this is this. This goes this way and goes this way. So with this, can you see what we have? I don't know if you can see what I have here. You can see what this looks like. So with this, I've created an open toe design. All I need to do is just adjust this part so that it will not be sharp like this, so that this part will not be sharp this way. So I'm going to place this. Now, it's not compulsory that you use something like this. You can actually also, you can use your hand or a cord like this. I'm coming. I just want to show us different ways you can really do this. And I really want to be snappy about it. So you can use this like something that is curved this way to actually achieve this. Like you place it here. Let one be here. Let another one be here. I'm talking about an instance where you are creating an open toe design. You can just make it curve this way. Can you see? It's touching this part, it's also touching this part, and you use it to create a curve. Make sure your hand, your fingers follows it through. So from this is what it's going to look like. And if you don't want it to be this much, you can just have a little curve here, and then you are good to go. I'm sure you know that this literally look like a particular design already. So now also this part, you want to make it also curve, so you can use this to curve this part. So what I'm going to do first now is I'm going to first of all cut this part out, like cut this part. Can you see that the shape of this part is already showing? Can you see that the shape is already obvious? Now, if what you need is an open toe design, you can go ahead and trim this off. of course you don't have to open this slit. If you want your design to look like this, like it has an open slit here, you can also do that. I hope you know that this is a design on its own, but as far as I'm concerned, I don't need this open toe design. What I need is a design that has like an overhead, like it has extra hop here that can still go into, that I can still use to cover up the front part of the design. So I'm just going to trim this way. Like, can you see I left enough space here? We can still adjust it, but don't worry, let's go with this first. Let me get a shoe last to do this. Now let's say I am actually creating this for an adult. Can you see that the shape is already coming out? If you feel this part, okay, the way I'm shaking the stand is not allowing it to focus. So like this part, for example, if you think you want it to go in more, like you want this part to go in more, you can actually pick up your, what do they call it, your strap. Let it still touch this part. Make sure it's still touching this part. Let it go up a bit. Bring this one also to this other side. Make sure it's still touching this edge. It's still touching this particular edge. And then ensure that they are up. So with this, you can still have an adjustment here. Like you want it to go in more. Like you want the cuff to be more obvious. I hope we are getting me. Please, I need to know in the comment section if you can hear me. Please type we understand you, or I understand what you're explaining in the comment box. So don't forget, it's still coming from this side, but it's a little bit up now. So I'm just going to do it this way. Don't forget, we are trying to see how to create, that particular office wear design that we have there. You can see that the shape is different now. So if I place it here, you'll find out that it comes down more and then it looks more obvious. So now what you want to do to this side is, after you have placed this, you can, I'm just using this one to show us how to go about this. You can reduce all around. It's not supposed to be as wide as what we have, you understand? So I can decide to reduce this way. So the essence of this video is just to show us how to create the shape. Can you see what I have? So I can easily go ahead and last. In short, I've overcut this side. So you also want to be very careful with that. But this is just to show us how you can actually create that front part design. I've had a lot of questions as regards it, and that's why I am doing this. So you can see what it looks like. So let me put it on a smaller shoe last. Can you please help me with a smaller shoe last? Maybe a round one. Yes, a round one. Okay, so let's say something like this you want to use it for. It doesn't still affect the front part, it doesn't affect it. You can, in short, even on the shoe last like this, you can adjust it to whatever you want on the shoe last like this. You understand? If you want it to go in more, you can actually create the cuff again. Like, okay, I think I want it to go in more. You just want to try to do something else here. It depends on you though. For me, this is perfectly okay. For me, I think it's perfectly okay. But if you want it to go in more, you can actually, do that. But for me, I think what I have right there is okay. I'm just going to place it this way, then fold all around. Now, how do I know where to stop? That's very important. I'm just going to show you a little trick to know where to stop when you are working with this kind of design, so that it will not be disturbing the person's foot. Place a ruler or something this way, just to locate your vamp point. If I'm correct, I think it's a vamp point. So you want to make sure that at least, all right, Please give me some minutes, please. Just to locate the vamp point, as you can see. So by the time you place it this way, you can obviously stop here. You can obviously call here. Stop that at that point. Is perfectly okay. It's perfectly okay. So basically you can use that. Sorry, please. So interruption everywhere. So like I said, you can just use that to locate the vamp points. You understand where it's sitting perfectly like this. You can see it sitting this way. There is actually a lot of ways to create the vamp point. I need you to know that, but I'm just showing you a shortcut to it. Yes, that's one shortcut I normally use. Sometimes I just place my ruler like this, and I use it to locate vamp points on top of shoe laces. So that one can be a guide to where you want it to stop, like where this part should stop. When this part stop there, you can easily decide to fly it down this way. You understand? You can fly down. It does not matter. You can still fly it down. So that's why I'm saying that if you place it this way, for example, and it's coming down like this, and this is coming down like this, so you want to maintain this part here. You can see that I actually use like a pin to hold this part down when I was trying to fix this. It's because I don't want it to move away from that particular point. So many times I try to use what do they call it, this thumb pin. It works very well for me. Yes, I just use it to hold that point down after I've taken the measurement, and I'm sure you know that part is exactly what I want to use. I take the measurements, you understand, from this part of the shoe last to where I want it to stop on the two shoe last, the right and the left leg. You understand, so that the two of them will be at the same point, because while you are lasting in, there's tendency you pull away from that particular point. So you want to pay attention to that. So you can see what this look like, and then it's having this kind of back pattern. I've taught us how to create back pattern severally, and I believe we should be able to find our way around that. So for this one, like I said, you can apply this for adults, you can apply this for children. Now if you want it to be an open toe, I'm going to cut it through this way so that you can see what it looks like as an open toe. So when I mean an open toe design, you can see what this part looks like. It can look like this. If you want it to come in more, it can actually come in. How would that look like? It can actually be a front design. Some people use this as just, you know, a front design, you know, for whether adults or children. For me, I would love this to go in more, this part to go in more, but you can actually still use this way if you so desire. I would love it to at least like a bit curve, but I think I love whichever one of them. It depends on the final width of what you want in between, because if you are using this for an adult, you want to consider first of all this width. That one too will guide you on the width of the strap you want to also use, because by the time you cross it, that is the sole determinant of what width you are going to be having at the middle. Like I said, this is just 3 centimeter width. You understand? It's just 3 centimeter width. So you can imagine how this actually looks like on this way. You can see what it looks like. So you can actually use it whichever way. Please let me know in the comment section. With this, do you think, of course, you now understand how this is being created? Please, I need to know in the comment section. Of course, I'm also going to do this. I still need to do some grinding right here before I go ahead and fix the second one. And hula, the design is ready. All I need to do is to go ahead and then bottom it, and then I'm good to go with all of this. You can see I've not even grind any of these, but I just remembered that, okay, so many people have asked me when I did this video how to actually cut that front design. So simply put, that is how to cut the front design. Can you see what I have? Can you see what I have right there? Simply put, that's how to cut that front design. That is how I cut. So you can see this remaining part. I'll just add it to it, then use it to cover up. So this is what I came to quickly show us. I believe we have learned one or two things from this, and I want you to make the best use of this. So that's what brought me this evening. Thank you once again for joining me. I don't know whether you're in the afternoon, morning, or whatever in your country. Thank you for joining me today. And I'm still your shoemaking made easy tutor, Odurole Mojibola. I'm going to see you next time.